Brock Lesnar hadn't moved for 6 hours. Since the early morning, he'd sat perched atop a more sturdy than usual oak tree, patiently waiting. It was cold, and a persistent drizzle had soaked through his camouflage UFC trunks and wristbands. Also, he'd eaten his last glazed ham 2 hours ago, and he was beginning to get hungry. Oh well, tough it out, he said to himself. This was the unglamorous reality of deer hunting. Brock was willing to endure these discomforts in order to secure his goal. He'd been frequenting this forest a lot lately. His latest record was 5 deer in one day. Today, he was going for 6. While contemplating how many times out of 10 he could defeat 30 pilgrims, he saw it. A majestic red deer stag with enormous antlers wandered into view, coming closer and closer to his oak tree. Finally, the deer walked up within striking distance, nibbling at the grass, unaware of its fate. Brock began to make his move, when suddenly an arrow struck the deer. It galloped off for a few seconds, then fell down, dead. So accurate was the aim of the archer. The sound of a hunter's horn filled the air, followed by cries of "Huzzah!" A ragtag group of men dressed in hues of green and brown gathered round the fallen beast and began to butcher it. "Well done, men," said a man who appeared to be the leader. "Save the good cuts for the poor.
Yeah.
Till our fortunes change, we'll satisfy ourselves with the scraps." The youngest-looking man among them patted him on the back. "A magnificent shot! You outdid yourself, Loxley." "'Twas nothing. I've had far trickier and more impressive than that in my time with the bow." Brock leapt down from the oak tree. Instantly, the men faced him and put their hands on their weapons. "I say, sir," said the leader, "why dost thou make such a violent entrance upon our company? Are you friend or foe?" "Sorry about that," said Brock. "I didn't mean to startle you guys. Not gonna lie, kinda PO'd at y'all for getting that buck before I did. Now it's gonna be even harder to break my record before the day ends." "Pray tell, of what do you speak?" "Well, last week I got 5 deer in a day, and I'm trying to get at least 6 today." The man and his companions grew flushed with anger. "So, you are the scourge who has been ravaging these woods of the sustenance on which we depend. Thou fiend! Thou beast incarnate! Because of you, we and the good people of Nottingham go hungry."
Oh, no.
"Well, no more. Today, Robin Hood and his merry men bring an end to your gluttony." The men readied their weapons to fight. Brock made a fighting stance, took a deep breath, and said, "Get ready to be oodalali laid in your graves."
What? Okay.
Hey, you're in the Broctagon and you're confused. What's new? I'm Cameron. That's Sean. That's Aaron.
Hey.
And fellas, we got a really cool, interesting question, hypothetical for us today. It starts out, "Hello, Broctagon podcast. I've been fascinated with the story of Robin Hood since I was a child. How many times out of 10 could Brock Lesnar incapacitate Robin Hood and his band of merry men? The setting is Sherwood Forest. Brock starts out with a hunting knife. Robin and his men have their respective weapons. Looking forward to hearing your takes. Jeffrey from England." Well, thank you, Jeffrey, for tuning in. We have some European listeners. That's very
Thanks, Jeffrey.
flattering. Thank you for being one of them. So, guys, yeah, how many times out of 10 can Brock... He doesn't have to kill them, but he has to incapacitate Robin Hood and his merry men. Would you like a little rundown of who that is and what they're working with?
Please. Yeah, you guys
Okay.
apparently are both like English folklore experts. I do not know a lot of the Robin Hood canon other than the Disney cartoon.
Yeah, no, I just know the Disney cartoon and Men in Tights. And, actually, just like a couple weeks ago, I Googled, because I had no idea where the story of Robin Hood came from. It's just kind of like one of those folk tales. But it's been around forever.
Yeah. When we talk about Robin Hood, the main cast of characters There's Robin Hood. There's Little John, of course. There's Friar
Right.
Tuck.
Mm-hmm.
There's Maid Marian, who I know she wasn't mentioned in the story, but we'll throw her in there. Then there is a guy named Will Scarlet, a guy named Alan Adale, and then a guy named Much, the miller's son. Yeah. So Robin Hood, he's got his bow and arrows. That's his thing. We know. Little John, he's always, got a staff. That's kind of his thing. Will Scarlet is, in some traditions, the best swordsman of the group.
Yep.
Much is another guy who has a sword. And then Friar Tuck, he's just a friar. Maid Marian, she's who she is. And then, well, I mean, hey.
You did an artful job of not saying, no, she was a woman. Just what it was.
I'm just loving him doing it for all of them. Like, so Robin Hood, that's who he is. Little John,
that's that guy.
Little John is him.
Alan Adale, the last one, he's a minstrel. So he I don't know, he's probably got a little dagger or something, but he's
playing music.
He's definitely rocking a lute.
Yeah. So how many people have weapons?
Robin Hood, Little John, Will Scarlet, and Much, the miller's son. So that's 2 swords, a staff, and bows and arrows.
How many bows and arrows are in this group?
We'll just say Robin Hood has the bow and arrow for right now. And what do you think about 6 arrows? Is that too many?
That seems like what he reasonably would have had.
Yeah.
If Brock can get the bow, can he use it for himself?
Or the club?
Totally.
Yeah.
That goes for
sword,
any of these
yeah.
people's weapons. Yeah. He's already starting out with a hunting knife. That's all he has. But, I mean, do you want to give Friar Tuck, Maid Marian, and Alan, do you want to give them like a dagger each?
I really want it to be like Robin Hood, Friar Tuck, Maid Marian, Alan from accounting.
Friar Tuck called out sick, and he's like, "We need another rider." I'll go. I sent you an email about it earlier if you guys ever needed a backup, but I'll do it. And Alan. Pray tell, sir, what are your skills? Excel.
Yeah.
What do you excel at? I personally, archery.
I'm pretty good at parallel parking. I think actually above average.
Just for the fun of it, do we want to switch Lil Jon to being the rapper?
Oh.
Yes.
Lil Jon's like the biggest threat. Not the rapper, but like the dude is he's huge.
Yeah.
That's this whole thing.
But
right?
I'm just imagining what instead of going, yeah, he goes, verily. yeah, verily. Pray tell.
Yeah.
Turned down for pray tell.
Turned down perchance. Yeah.
They're like trying to sneak up on the king's wagon, and Robin Hood's like, "Verily, hath we planned 6 months for this very attack? Let us all approach with stealth and make haste." Yes, Robin Hood. Right away, sire. Yeah! No, not again, not again.
Who do you think would win in a fight to the death, Lil Jon or the Kool-Aid Man?
Oh, the Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid Man?
Just against any human, I got the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, he's like a demigod.
Yeah.
I like to think that like Lil Jon and the Kool-Aid Man start hanging out, and the next time you see the Kool-Aid Man, he's just full of cognac and gin.
The Scissor Man.
Yeah, I guess Little John is like probably the biggest physical like
in my brain he's Andre the Giant. Can we just make him Andre the Giant?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So we got 2 guides who are pretty good with swords, Robin Hood with 6 arrows, and Andre the Giant.
I think this is overwhelmingly against Brock's favor.
Do you?
I agree.
We have to.
Yeah.
Can we give him like a dirt bike or something? Like he needs some kind of chance because right now it's
Okay.
just getting worse and worse. For him.
Yeah, we give him another wrestler on the other team, and they have swords.
What do you guys want to give him?
I'm cool with the dirt bike.
Yeah, a
Yeah?
dirt bike feels right here.
Yeah, it kind of neutralizes the arrows.
No, it doesn't. You kidding me? They're in a forest.
Can we give him a dirt bike and like an old-timey shield? Like that reasonably would have been around at the time. So like everything about him makes sense except for a dirt bike.
Do you think the shield is enough?
I like hunting knife shielded BMX bike or whatever.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
It's 5 dudes who are trained to kill. Not trained to kill, but like they're a merry band of thieves, you know?
Yeah.
Once again, the ever-present point on the show. They're trained to steal, but they've never encountered anything like Brock Lesnar at that time.
Yes.
I know the Little John's big, but he's not like the same kind of big as Brock.
Yeah, let's be fair. Like in that time period, what was tall? Oh, Little John. He's so big. He's 5'8".
Yeah, everyone got to 5'10" and died.
Yeah. If I was Brock and I had those assets, I would do a strategic retreat. Not very far, but just so like they have to come to me.
Oh.
And then I imagine him attacking from like the treetops.
Yeah. So like the element of
The element of surprise.
They're all looking for him, and then he like drops on top of them with a dirt bike or a motorbike or whatever.
Yeah. He drops the dirt bike on one.
Yeah.
Alan!
Alan's last word was Yamaha.
No more will his sweet music fill our ears. What are you guys' thoughts?
I can go. Original question. I'm going to give Brock 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
But if we're doing Andre the Giant, less. But if you give him all the weapons we've mentioned, I can get up to 7. 7's the highest I can imagine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Brock with a shield and a motorbike, 7.
The original question, I've got Brock 1 time out of 10. Like that's a bunch of trained people in the woods. And granted, Brock Lesnar is into hunting and being in the woods, but they have horses and resources. I think the only one time he does it is when he just runs directly at them and they're so bewildered by what they're seeing that he manages to like kill Robin Hood and get his bow and then start picking it off. With all the advantages that we gave him, man, this one's tough. I think I got Brock 8 out of 10 there. Because he can just rush right at them, but this time he can go way faster than a horse.
Yeah, I imagine so in that scenario, he uses the shield as kind of like a battering ram, and then just like so he's on the motorbike and he just kind of plows into people.
Yes. Yeah, they are going to have no idea what is going on when Brock Lesnar hits them with a dirt bike.
He saves Alan for last, and Alan just faints.
He just grabs Alan and he's like, I want you to tell everyone what happened here today. And like releases him.
Behold, the lay of Brock Lesnar.
What?
There's just like...
he's singing a song?
Yeah. And the untimely demise of Robin Hood and his merry men.
There's just like all these cathedrals and stuff with like stained glass windows of Brock Lesnar on a motorcycle. No one can explain it. It's just like a tapestry of a folding chair in church.
I think for the original question, I'll give him 5 out of 10.
What?
Yeah.
How was he getting 5 in that situation?
I think you got to take out Robin first.
How does he do that?
He has a hunting knife. He rushes up on him, stabs him, kills him. Then it's like, I got 6 arrows. There's 4 of you. You know what? Just use the 6 arrows on Little John. Then all you got is Will and Much who have the swords. He's got a staff though now and a knife. So yeah, with the other things, the upgrade, I think he's like 9 out of 10.
Wow. You have no faith in Robin Hood.
Not against Brock Lesnar.
All right, Cameron, let me reverse the roles for you then. Robin Hood never existed and Brock Lesnar must take his place. I'm going to assume, like, he just kind of forces on whatever kind of government he wants in Nottingham, right?
Honestly?
Just, like, running with Robin Hood's gang, and they, like, rob a wagon, and they're like, hooray, we did it! Come, Brock and Hood, let us share! And he's like, wait, what? That's what you... No, never mind. And then just kills
share. Yeah. Share. What is, like, the strongest group of people that Brock and his group of merry men could take down?
Like in England?
In ever.
I don't think Robin Hood's merry men are this elite strike force. Like, don't hype these guys up.
I bet they could win a G League game.
No.
Brock and a guy named Big John, absolutely.
You make an excellent point. You do not want to see ye old pick and roll in action. This is the King's paint.
Who are we facing? The Sacramento Kings. What, all of them?
The Sacramento Kings, eh? They just get out there and start shaking them in the chest with their knives.
Take this as tribute.
Yeah, they're like he has archers on his team. You know what archers can do is aim really well.
He goes to shoot a ball. Sixpence.
I'm about to tax your ankles, your majesty. Harrison Barnes is just like, what are you talking about? Wait a minute. Do they have to beat them in basketball or kill them? Just to be clear, I don't know.
They have to leave the court as winners. I will leave that up to you.
One way or the other. Friar Big Baby Tuck pulling down 15 rebounds in the second half.
Maid Marian is color analyst.
Yeah, that's right, Doris. We're taking it down courtside where Maid Marian caught up with the coach in the second half. Marian, what are you seeing down there? She's just like gazing incredulously at the microphone. What is this?
I don't want to marry the sheriff.
They don't know what Gatorade is, so they're just drinking wine on the bench, and they're like super drunk by the second half.
Yeah. They crush, and then they just like in the third quarter they score 6 points. In the fourth quarter, they're just hanging out in the tunnel.
I had an intramural game in college where we lost, and we were just going around talking about it after, and this teammate, dead serious, was like, yeah, that was my bad, guys. I was in the Magic game before this, and I had a 32-ounce beer before we played. So, like, he was feeling it the whole time. We were like, okay, that probably was your problem tonight, yes. Drank a few beers and then ran a full court press. More power to you.
What is this, the 50s?
I don't know. That's how Bill Russell set all his records.
You gotta stay healthy. Have a cigarette or two. Drink a little whiskey.
Cam, like, they really back in the day would be smoking cigarettes at the
I
locker
know.
room at halftime.
I know.
Like,
that's awesome. Eating Twinkies and stuff.
all right, you know that scene in West Side Story when the Sharks and the Jets line up?
Yeah.
I think if Brock Lesnar and the Merry Men had also come out of the shadows, they would have won that confrontation.
You hear them going like, but that's just their bones breaking when Brock's getting snap, snap, snap.
Everybody's just like dancing and Brock Lesnar's running them over with his dirt bike.
What's
Wait, does he still have the dirt bike in the shield?
once you hear once all the other like once the Sharks and Jets are like dead or whatever, then you see the Brock and the guys go off screen, and then you start to hear the music like like they take care of the orchestra next.
Wait. Like
You just hear
crashing
brass
cymbals,
being brass being crushed, instruments being broken to bits.
You just see him walk into like the editing suite, just start beating up whoever cut the film.
Come on, little John. Next, we're going to go solve a problem like Maria, if you know what I mean. Wait, is it? That's a different musical.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That's the Sound of Music. But there is a Maria in West Side Story.
All right, we're definitely doing a Sound of Music episode where the Nazis show up at the end and Brock Lesnar answers the door. They're like, never mind. All right, that's another great episode of The Brock to God. I'm Sean, that's Cam, that's Aaron. Follow us on the socials. Give us a 5-star review if you love the show. And if you don't love the show, give us a 5-star review. Just make sure you do not miss next week. Formula One star Sebastian Vettel is here promoting his new book, the dangers of multitasking, why you should never practice your sport. Oh! We'll see you next time.
That got me.